one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Board of Adjustments is a 9-member board, and we are appointed by the City Council, and we serve on a voluntary basis without any compensation. Our procedure for conducting business is I will call the name of the petitioner. If you would please come to the mic, speak clearly, as your presentation is recorded, and be prepared to answer any questions any member of the board might have. Anyone here in the audience who has a question or comment regarding a particular item will be given the opportunity to come forward and voice their concerns or any questions. Once we receive public testimony regarding a particular item, the members of the board will deliberate and we will render our decision tonight. I'll remind any member with a personal or financial interest in any particular item you're required to recuse yourself from voting. Once we receive any testimony submitted by the petitioner or on behalf of the petitioner during presentation of the agenda item will be binding as to any decision the board makes relative to the motion. I'll remind the members of the board, if a motion to deny an item is made, a reason must be given. I'll introduce the members of the board who are here tonight. Ms. K.T. Brown, our Vice Chairman, Mr. Steve Hughes, Mr. Nathan Williams, Mr. Bo Holmes, Mr. George Howells, Jr., and I'm John Stanley, your Chairman. There are 6 of us here tonight. Is that right? And it requires 5 members of the board to approve a motion. So if you feel as though that might affect any decision relative to your petition, you may delay your petition until next meeting. If so, please see Tanya Ingham over here to my left. Any questions? If not, we'll get started. First item tonight is presented by Robert Hogan, requesting a rear yard variance, a front yard variance, and a height variance for a new dwelling and wall to be located at 8618 Glades Court in a PUD zoning district. Robert? Hello. You go ahead, Robert. We can't hear you very well. You know, speak up a little louder there.
Okay, is that better?
Yeah, got it.
We are requesting a variance for the building setback on this lot. I purchased this lot from Wynn Lakes, from the Wilsons, and it was described as a 20-foot setback on the south boundary that is next to the golf course, and undoubtedly they were unaware that when the plat was recorded, that a 30-foot setback line to the golf course was recorded. And best I can tell, the reason for that was just simply because on the other side of the street, around a different hole, there are 30-foot setback lines. On my side of the street, there are 20-foot setback lines. So I think Wynn Lakes and Wilson was they're desirous for us to get the setback, and for us, we also have screen walls on the east side and on the west side of the house, which are required in the building covenants to screen our HVAC and trash receptacles. And so we are asking for a variance on the east side. There's a 10-foot setback, and we are putting these screen walls, which are not part of they're not part of the building, but just a screen wall for the HVAC units and the trash receptacle on the other, and a height variance.
Tanya, I believe you have a letter from Wilson acknowledging their approval of this particular request, correct? Okay. Got it? Okay. Any questions, board members? Anyone in the audience care to address this item? I'll entertain a motion.
So be it.
Have a motion to approve. Have a second?
Second.
Have a second? Any further questions or discussion? All in favor, please raise your hand. It's unanimous. It's carried.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Second item is presented by Lenurst Martin, Sr., requesting a front yard variance, a special exception to store a recreational vehicle in the front yard, and a variance for an accessory structure to be located in the required front yard at 3611 Gladys Court in an R85 zoning district. Okay? Everybody take a moment, make sure you understand the request here. He's requesting a 10-foot yard variance in the front and the right or the exception to store a recreational vehicle in the front yard. Okay? Mr. Martin?
Yes. Good afternoon. My name is Lawrence Martin. This is my wife, Anita Martin. Excuse me. We have an RV, and we're requesting a permit to put up a shed over the top of the RV to protect the roof from the rain and the sun. And in the past, we had one, and then the rain and the sun sort of damaged the top of it. And so right now, we're requesting a permit to put up a shed to protect the roof from these elements.
Okay. Mr. Martin, why can you not move it back 10 feet so that you don't need the 10-foot yard variance?
Well, one reason is where we live, our backyard is completely with septic tanks. We own septic tanks out there. And then we have these lines and these tanks in the back, so we can't move in the back, can't move in the further. So the only place we can put it is in the front.
I understand that. My question is, you've got a 35-foot setback line there, and you want to be 25 feet closer to the street instead of 35. Why do you need the extra 10? Why can you not move the shed back 10 feet? The cover, the cover that you want to put there.
Yeah.
Right? The accessory structure. He's calling an accessory structure here. Why can you not move it back 10 more feet so you do not need the variance for the setback?
Well, we can't move it any further back because there's a shed on the side. And then there also the house is sitting.
So the way it's drawn here, it appears you could move it back 10 feet.
And we can move it back 10 feet?
Yes, sir.
Well, we can move it back 10 feet. That'll be fine.
Well, I'm trying to determine the hardship here, okay? Yes. I can't hear you, Jane.
We've got to be careful that we don't create too close to the structure, to the house. So maybe an alternative might be for him to maintain 10 feet between the house and the RV, the cover, because we don't know.
Is the separation between structures 10 feet?
Yes, sir.
Gotcha.
And if he was to connect this to the house, he
Right.
wouldn't even be here.
Right.
Okay.
Understand.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay? Everybody understand that suggestion from Mr. Center?
I do now.
Okay. All right. So if the board sees fit to approve this, we would be granting you the right to put the vehicle in the front. But under the scenario that Mr. Center explained, you would be the back of the accessory structure would be 10 feet from the house.
That's just about the way it is now.
That's the way it's drawn?
Yes,
now?
sir.
Okay. Got it. Then you've explained your hardship. See, what I'm trying to figure out is what's your hardship. Okay?
Okay.
I won't get it. That's what we're trying to do. All right?
Gotcha.
Any other questions? Anyone in the audience care to address this item?
Will you entertain a
Question.
Mr. Howard?
Have you been keeping your RV in your front driveway ever since you got it or something like that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you just want to put a shed over it
Absolutely.
where you've been keeping it. It's been there for years.
For years.
Okay, I got you.
Will you entertain a motion?
Is there anyone in the audience care to address this item? Ms. Brown?
I
I'll
move-
entertain a motion, but you're going to have to state it the way I've explained it.
Okay, well, then you explain it and I'll be the one who's giving it through you for you to tell them.
Huh?
Okay, Mr. Stanley is gonna explain how he wants it
No,
stated.
you gotta give the motion. I can't make the motion.
Okay, you said, explain it like you said it. And then I got an understanding from Mr.
Well,
Center, how he
then
said it.
the motion will provide that, we're granting the variance as requested, except, the accessory structure cannot be it's got to be 10 feet from the house.
Right.
10
okay.
feet between the house and the structure.
Right.
Okay, that's my motion.
Everybody got that? James? Yes, sir. Y'all got that? Tanya? All right. Any further discussion? All in favor, raise your hand. Good, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, good luck.
Thank you, good luck.
Mr. Prince has joined us down there, so. Item number 3 is presented by Reverend Billy Dickey, Eastmont Baptist Church, requesting a setback variance for a new ID sign to be located at 4505 Atlanta Highway and R75S zoning district. Hello, Pastor Northcutt. How you doing? You doing good? Good. Good to see you. Mr. Dickey?
Yes, sir. Good evening. We request a 33-foot variance. I know the code requires 35 feet for a church, but we're requesting a variance so we could move it closer to our property line so the sign wouldn't be in our paved parking lot, and to help us reduce the cost of getting power to it so they wouldn't have to bore under the pavement. And looking at the property line there, we could fit it between our property line and the curb and gutter of our existing parking lot, if that would be possible.
It doesn't appear to me that's going to block any or cause any traffic visibility problems.
No, sir, it's set back. It'll still be inside our property line there at the intersection of Bowling Green and the Atlanta Highway. Would still be a car length and a half below where our sign would be, and we'd be up approximately probably 25 feet from the corner or a little better.
But as far as setback goes, it shouldn't create a visibility problem.
No, sir.
That's what we have to be concerned about. Okay, so you're 2 feet behind the property line.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Any questions, board members? Anyone in the audience care to address this item? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion to approve.
Have a motion to approve. Mr. Howell, I have a second. Second, Mr. Holmes. Any further discussion or questions? All in favor, please raise your hand. You're good.
Okay, thank you, sir. Y'all have a blessed
You
day.
too. See you, Mike. Good to see you. How's your sister doing? How's Debbie doing?
She's doing well. She lives down in Spanish Fort area and doing well.
Good.
Children, grandchildren, all that.
Tell us that hello. Item number 4 is presented by Jasmine Williams, requesting a special exception to place a mobile home for living purposes approximately 450 feet west of Mitchell Young Road and approximately 1,100 feet south of Old Selma Road in Ag 1 district. Ms. Williams?
Hello, good evening.
Hello, how you doing?
I'm good. My name is Jasmine Williams. I'm here to request to place a mobile home on my grandparents' land for living purposes. This will be my first mobile home I'm purchasing, so I'm trying to get it placed there the correct way.
Good for you.
All right.
Okay. Okay, you're going to use this for your purposes only,
Yes, sir.
not renting?
No, sir.
No.
No.
Okay. All right. Any questions, board members?
So it's a family affair.
Yes, sir.
Do what?
Bart said it's a family affair. It looks
Yeah.
like.
Will you entertain a
I
motion,
understand.
since there's nobody in the audience?
Is there anyone in the audience care to address this item?
Anybody?
Now, entertain a
I
motion.
move that we
I
grant the
always
variance.
ask that question. All right. Any further discussion?
Oh, okay.
All in favor, raise your hand. Okay.
Thank you.
You approve?
Yeah.
Have a motion to approve the minutes?
So moved.
Minutes are
So
good.
moved. By Mr. Howard, have a second?
Second?
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All in favor of adjourning this meeting, say aye.
Aye. I mean, yes.
Good luck. Have a good time.